Well, Alabaster, we are back in our beautiful City Hall, and I am joined with Vanessa McGrath. And tell us your title here.
I am the City Planner and Zoning Administrator.
Okay, that's a lot.
It is.
It seems like you might have just a little bit of things to do around here, right?
Yes.
Okay, we're going to get into that for sure. But what we want to do in these videos is just give you kind of an inner working, just a little inside look at the inner workings of the city and things that you just may not know that you don't even know. And we're going to tell you about it, right?
Yes.
So, Vanessa, with planning and zoning, what does that, give me an overview of that department?
That includes everything from items going before the Planning Commission, which could be annexations, rezones of a property, preliminary plats when they're subdividing, creating new developments within the property, to the Board of Zoning Adjustments when they're asking for variances or special exceptions to the existing zonings. And then I look at all the business licenses and all the building permits that happen within the city.
Just a few things,
Just
right?
a few.
Just a few. So that's kind of an overview. But what we wanted to talk about today is I want to know, for just your typical resident of Alabaster, maybe we've lived here our whole lives, maybe we are new to the city, give me just some top things that would be good for us to know.
Sure.
What's number one?
Number one is the zoning of your property. If you already own a piece of property or if you're looking to purchase a piece of property, I always suggest go and find out what it is zoned. But not only your piece, but what the adjacent property is zoned also. Because you don't want to purchase a piece of property and then next door something happens that you weren't prepared for. So go ahead and find out what that zoning is on your property so you know what you can do, and then find out what the zoning around you is so you can know what they could do.
That is very good advice. Now, I notice sometimes on like MLS listings for homes, it might not be zoned correctly. Right?
Yeah,
That might not
they
be correct.
could be getting that from the county, which doesn't have the same zonings as the city. The city zoning, the county doesn't put any zonings from the city of Alabaster on their maps. So if it's showing something, it might be what it was before it came into the city.
Okay.
So you can go to our city website, cityofalabaster.com, and we have the zoning map and we have the zoning ordinance there.
Perfect.
If you have any questions or if you can't find that, call us. We're absolutely willing to help.
Easy. Okay, I like that. But very good information. Not
Yes.
just what your property is, but surrounding properties.
Right.
We don't want any surprises.
No.
No. Okay, what is number two?
Number two is accessory structures. We get lots of calls. People don't realize that when you're putting a shed, a swimming pool, anything in your backyard, that is an accessory structure and you have to follow the zoning regulations.
Okay.
They're easy. They are 15% of the rear yard, and then they have to be 5 feet off the side and rear property line. But the fun part is if you're on a corner lot, you don't have a rear yard. You have 2 fronts and 2 sides. So all those properties have to go before the Board of Zoning Adjustments to get a shed or a swimming pool in their rear yard.
Very good to know. So corner lots specifically.
Yes.
Okay. So what's number three?
Number 3 is thinking ahead, thinking about what you want your city to be. That we are working right now on our master plan, our comprehensive plan.
Yeah.
That is called Blueprint Alabaster, and it is what the city is envisioning it to be in 10, 15 years. So I strongly suggest everybody within the city just read it, look at it, determine, does that follow what you want to see in your city, or if you have any comments, our comment period ends April 4th.
Okay.
So get out there, read it, and give us comments back on what you want to see in your city.
Yeah, where can they find that?
That is at blueprintalabaster.com, or you can go to cityofalabaster.com and find it in there also.
And they can look through all that, read through it, and then
There's a place there to put comments
put
in.
your comments in.
Yes.
And you highly suggest that
Everybody.
get
Everybody
involved,
get
right?
involved. Yes.
Absolutely. Lots. I know we are just like tip of the
top.
iceberg
Yes.
here, right? Like I know there is so much more involved, but I really appreciate you giving us this information, education, and we can always go and look, like you said,
Yes.
on the city website. And if we have questions,
Give us a call.
because I think Vanessa's she's a nice lady here. I think
try.
I think she'd be totally fine to answer any questions you have, and
Yes.
I'm sure your team is great too.
They are.
with
They're a
answering.
wonderful team.
Well, thank you guys for all the work that you do behind the scenes that I know nobody's seeing, but we're seeing all around
I hope
the
so.
city.
It's a great city. Lots of
Yes.
growth.
Yes, it is. Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Vanessa.
You're welcome.